The problem is, anxiety doesn't always look like the trembling, hiding, or whining we expect. We mistake it for a need for more exercise, but often it's a nervous system stuck in overdrive. We think, what a great watchdog, but there's a fine line between being alert and being anxious. Your dog seems happy, right? Maybe they're just a bit of a picky eater, or perhaps you just have a really high-energy dog that never seems to slow down. We often label these as simple personality quirks, but what if I told you that these common behaviors could actually be quiet, misunderstood signals that your dog is struggling with anxiety every single day? Stay with me because we're about to uncover what your dog might really be trying to tell you. I'm Dr. Catherine Dench. As a veterinarian, one of the most heartbreaking things I see is how long many dogs suffer from anxiety in silence. The problem is, anxiety doesn't always look like the trembling, hiding, or whining we expect. In my years of practice, I've seen countless cases where anxiety went undetected for months, even years, simply because its quiet signals were misinterpreted. Today, I want to empower you to see what a veterinarian sees, so you can give your beloved companion the peace and comfort they deserve. The first surprising sign is a sudden or consistent change in your dog's eating patterns. This is so much more than just being picky. It might be a dog who normally loves breakfast but now consistently skips it, or a dog who suddenly rejects their favorite treats. I once worked with a client whose dog showed separation anxiety in this exact way. On camera, the dog just looked calm, curled up in a ball, but we realized he consistently refused his morning meal. Breakfast itself had become a trigger, a sign that his owner was about to leave, which caused a stress response that completely suppressed his appetite. Think of it this way. You might love pizza, but would you want to eat it while you're strapped into a roller coaster with your heart racing? For an anxious dog, an everyday situation can create that same stomach-dropping feeling, making even the most delicious food unappealing. When a dog's nervous system shifts into fight or flight mode, the rest and digest system shuts down. So if your food-motivated dog is suddenly turning away, it's time to ask why. The second sign is one that often sends owners down a rabbit hole of food allergies and sensitivities, recurring digestive issues. I'm talking about things like mysteriously soft stool, sudden bouts of diarrhea, or even unexplained vomiting, especially when your vet has ruled out other medical causes. What many people don't realize is that there is a scientifically proven, powerful connection between the gut and the brain. We call it the gut-brain axis. Your dog's gut is lined with a huge network of serotonin receptors, the very same neurotransmitter that regulates mood. When your dog's mind is in a state of anxiety, it can directly disrupt the delicate ecosystem of the gut. This is why some dogs develop a nervous stomach during periods of change, like a move or a new family member, or even after a specific stressful event like a thunderstorm. It's not a coincidence, it's biology, and it demonstrates just how deeply a dog's emotional well-being is tied to their physical health. This third sign is perhaps the most deceptive because it often gets praised. This is the dog that seems to have boundless energy, the one who is constantly pacing, whining, or just seems unable to ever truly relax. We mistake it for a need for more exercise, but often it's a nervous system stuck in overdrive. An energetic dog has moments of play and moments of calm. An anxious dog's restlessness is different. It's a marathon zoomy session that never seems to end, or a frantic charge on the leash rather than a pleasant walk. This isn't just a personality trait, it's a physiological state where the body is flooded with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This is why simply exercising these dogs more can sometimes make the anxiety worse. You tire out their bodies, but their minds are still racing. Their internal accelerator is flawed, and they've forgotten how to find the brake. If your dog gets plenty of exercise but still can't seem to settle, anxiety may be the hidden reason why. The fourth sign is the dog that is constantly licking, chewing, or grooming one particular spot on their body, often their paws or flank. As owners, our first thought is usually allergies, fleas, or a skin condition, and while you should always rule those out with your vet, this behavior is often not about an itch at all. It's a self-soothing mechanism. When a dog feels anxious or overwhelmed, the repetitive act of licking releases endorphins, which are natural pain and stress relievers. It's the canine equivalent of a person nervously biting their nails or twirling their hair. It's a compulsive habit that provides a temporary distraction from their internal stress. If you notice your dog is fixated on licking a certain spot, especially during quiet times or when you're preparing to leave, consider that they might be trying to soothe an anxious mind, not just an itchy spot. The fifth sign is one that many owners actually praise: the hypervigilant or overly alert dog. This is the dog that acts as your personal alarm system, barking at every leaf that blows past the window or jumping up to investigate every creak in the house. We think, what a great watchdog, but there's a fine line between being alert and being anxious. A relaxed dog can startle at a loud noise, but then they assess the situation and settle back down. A hypervigilant dog, however, never fully settles. They are in a constant state of high alert, unable to mentally relax because their nervous system is scanning for threats. This isn't a sign of a good guard dog. It's a sign of a dog who feels so insecure that they believe they must be on duty 24/7. They can't switch off, and that constant state of vigilance is mentally exhausting and a clear indicator of underlying anxiety. Recognizing these signs is the first, most critical step, but it naturally leads to the next question. Why is this happening, and how can we truly help? The answer lies in a remarkable built-in mechanism inside your dog's body called the endocannabinoid system, or ECS. Think of the ECS as the body's master regulator. Its primary job is to maintain natural balance, or what we call homeostasis. It helps to manage everything from mood and sleep to appetite, inflammation, and most importantly, the response to stress. When your dog is exposed to anxiety-inducing triggers, their ECS works to bring them back to a calm, balanced state. But when they are chronically stressed, their endocannabinoid system can become overwhelmed and depleted. It simply can't keep up. This is when we start to see those persistent signs of anxiety: the restless body, the nervous stomach, the constant state of high alert. Their internal balancing system is running on empty. This is the exact science that led me to create the formulas at Paw Origins. I saw so many pets struggling, and I wanted to find a way to support this vital system naturally and effectively, helping the body do the job it was designed to do. That's why we developed Happy Forever. It's a full-spectrum supplement that works with your dog's own endocannabinoid system. The natural compounds in the formula help replenish and support the ECS, which in turn helps soothe the nervous system and restore that essential balance from the inside out without harsh chemicals. If you're interested in that, do check out the link in the bio. You know your dog better than anyone. Now that you can recognize these subtle signs, you have the power to become their greatest advocate. You're not just imagining it, and you are not alone in this.